Hey guys, I'm Sebastian.
I'm Christine.
And this is This Week in Vegas.
The Ninth Island Connection podcast, where we're bringing you everything that's happening this week in Vegas. News, events, weather, entertainment, our own experiences as Vegas locals. Lots to get covered.
But before we get to it, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to our channel. We just crossed 25,000. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for that.
It doesn't cost you anything, and all we do is bring you Vegas. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this. Take a look around our channel. We do room reviews, pools, restaurants, traffic, news, everything going on in Vegas. Welcome to the channel.
All right, let's get into the news. Starting off with Resorts World. They did report that they had $180 million in revenue for their second quarter of 2025. That's up 8% from the first quarter, but still almost 18% lower than last year. So kind of good news. I mean, it's progressing forward. Everybody's
down to last year.
Yeah.
But you know, and Resorts World is such a beautiful property.
They
get a bad rap. They just get a bad rap.
Well, they've had some
energy and all of that stuff there.
And they've had some scandals and stuff like that.
They've had some drama there, but I think what people forget is that those are local jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Those are local people that work there. So we want the properties to succeed because it impacts our local economy and people that are providing for their families. So that's great to see that they're up. Hopefully that trend continues throughout the rest of the year and they can get right back on track because, again, it is a beautiful property with so much potential.
Yes, definitely. Moving on to another casino, Caesars.
Caesars Entertainment.
Yeah.
Well, 3 properties have put out a great deal. If you haven't seen it already, it's Harrah's, Linq, and Flamingo.
Which is, all 3 are in such a fun area of the Strip.
Best location on the Strip.
Yes, you're right there, right in the center if you're not familiar.
And you'll see it right on their website. If you go to Caesars.com, you're going to see this deal right there. It's 2 nights at any one of those properties. So Harrah's, Linq, or Flamingo. You can't do one at one and one at another. It has to be one property. It's $300 all in. That's taxes, fees, that's everything in there. But you get a $200 food and beverage credit that you can use at any Caesars-owned restaurant at any Caesars property in Vegas.
So you're basically, it's coming down to like $100.
$100 for 2 nights. So if you get 2 people in there, that's $50 a night. You get 2 couples or 4 friends. However, it averages $25 per night per person, and you have the $200 dining credit. That's the best. That is the best deal that I've seen on the Strip.
Well, you know, we've been talking about different properties having different deals, and we've been saying, where are the deals from Caesars? Where are the deals from MGM? Because, you know, they have the majority of properties on the Strip and aren't really offering any of those sweet deals. So this is nice to see that Caesars is doing this. And I just want to put out there, we do not get paid by Caesars at all.
Nobody pays us for our social media.
Exactly.
If you want to pay us for our social media, DM us.
Yes, right? But this is just sharing information on ways you can save money here in Vegas.
So something good, something bad. And this is really gamblers. If you're not a gambler, if you just play some slots and stuff like that, you're not going to care about this. But Quad Zero Roulette has made its way to the Strip.
What is that?
That's 4 zeros.
Okay.
The green. So you know how you bet, a lot of people bet black and red. You have a pretty good chance. So green, everybody loses.
Okay.
Unless you're betting a number, you're betting green.
Okay.
Then you win, but everybody else loses.
Okay.
Especially if you're betting black or red. You got to be betting green to win, which not a lot of people bet green because historically there have been just 1 green or 2, and then 3 showed up, and now there's 4.
Okay.
So this gives the house an even greater edge than they had before.
Oh, well, good.
I stopped playing roulette.
They'll just keep continuing to, you know, increase their revenue, right?
It's going to be 50% of the wheel is going to be green, and nobody's going to play. I quit playing roulette when I saw 3 zeros pretty much everywhere. I was like, that's just not, because I mean, that's the wind out of your sails when that table is full, everybody's gambling, having a great time, and that green hits. And it's a collective sigh. You know, the night goes on, you're having a little bit more beers, you're feeling more confident, you're winning, and then it's all gone.
Okay.
So now 4 zeros on that table. That is horrible. That's just absolutely terrible.
Okay.
People are coming to Vegas less and less to gamble because there's casinos across the country in all but 7 states. There's apps everywhere for sports books, slot machines, really, you name it, you can do it. So this is another reason for people not to come to Vegas to gamble.
Well, I'm not a roulette player, so it affects me none, but...
Sure, and there's a lot of people out there that won't be affected, but I mean, we have to talk about how gambling revenue year over year for overall revenue for the state of Nevada is decreasing. And of course, we've seen sports going up. The Oakland A's are going to help with that. The Golden Knights, WNBA, the Raiders, of course, adding to all of that sports entertainment that's driving Vegas right now. But that's just another reason for people not to come to Vegas to gamble.
Yeah. All right, moving on to some better news. There's going to be a new cocktail lounge and entertainment and event venue down at the Mob Museum. This is going to open this fall. It's going to be called the Starlight Plaza.
What a classic Vegas name.
Yes, and you know it's going to be classic Vegas because it's at the Mob Museum. So it's going to have, like that kind of that old Vegas kind of a feel to it. So I'm excited to check that out. If you're not familiar with the Mob Museum, it's awesome. You don't even have to be like a huge history nerd like us that loves to know about Vegas history and the mob and all of that, just to enjoy it. It's just a nice self-guided walk-through area.
Well, because it's more than just the mob. It's right, because the mob and Vegas grew up in Vegas together. Vegas grew up with the mob, or the mob grew up with Vegas back in the day.
Yeah.
And so that history is intertwined. So you're not just learning about the mob, but the different properties and the history behind the different properties. And of course, a lot of it was influenced by the mafia, alleged mafia.
Yeah.
We put that out there, alleged. But they're intertwined. So you're learning the history of Vegas, which is fascinating in the grand scheme of things, how fast this city went from inception to where we are now.
Yeah, it's a fun place. They do have a speakeasy there as well, which is pretty cool. And it's walkable. It's right there, right off of the Fremont Street Experience, over by the downtown Grand. So definitely walkable. And this is going to be kind of timed when we get to that weather where you want to spend time outside here. So I think it'll be a really cool thing. So it's going to be an outdoor area.
And bringing it back to the Strip, you guys watch our channel. If you're new here and you peek around, you're going to see we spend a lot of time Center Strip, and most of our time in the Center Strip is in the center in the Linq Promenade, which is between the Linq and the Flamingo. It's a great little district there where there's music, there's bars, there's food, there's retail,
different attractions. You can't miss it. That's where the High Roller is, which is the second largest Ferris wheel in the world. Yeah, it's a fun area.
There's a new reason to go. The Magician's Room is coming to the Linq Promenade, and I really like this because it's a magic speakeasy, but it's also family friendly. And we know Vegas is becoming more family friendly.
Family friendly in the day and adult only at night.
Well, because you drop the kids back off at the hotel and go to the casino, right?
Yeah. So it's going to have a crane only arcade area, which those crane machines are so popular. We've seen them popping up all over the place. And then magic shows at night, which will be really cool.
Yep, we'll keep you guys updated as more information comes out.
Next up, The Hat, which is a world-famous pastrami restaurant that I've never heard of until I saw this announcement.
We're just learning about how popular pastrami is. From herbs.
Yes. Apparently, we're missing out. We missed the pastrami memo.
We're way behind on the pastrami memo.
But The Hat, if you're familiar with it, it's coming to Vegas end of 2025, beginning of 2026. I would put my money on 2026.
Yeah, we're middle of September already.
Because usually people want to open, but it usually doesn't happen that fast. And that's going to be off strip on South Rainbow Boulevard.
So you guys may remember, or maybe not, if you may be hearing this for the first time, the Cromwell is going away forever.
Yeah.
It's not going to be torn down. It's going to be rebranded as the Vanderpump. Now, Lisa Vanderpump and her crew, they've got 3 different restaurants in Vegas now.
Yes.
They've got Caesars. They made their way over to Paris a couple years ago, which has been wildly popular. And now they've got Pinky's by Vanderpump. That's over there at Flamingo.
Right, like literally outside of the Cromwell.
Yeah, it's right there. And so right next door at the Cromwell, next door from Pinky's, that's being rebranded as the Vanderpump. And so with that, Vanderpump brand is all about luxury. So there is a rooftop pool that's actually really nice.
But it's a smaller pool area.
It's smaller, yeah, but the property is only like 150 rooms, I think.
Yeah, and that's where Drai's has like their day club and their pool parties at night and
DJs
stuff, all the concerts and things like that.
Yeah.
Which that's not going to happen for much longer.
It's going away. So that pool is going to be converted to a rooftop luxury pool spa thing up there for guests, and that's going to make sense to go with the property. So Drai's, after Halloween, I believe Halloween is the last rooftop hoorah, and then it's going back underground where Drai's was. It was underground at Cromwell before, so after this last Halloween thing, it's going back underground.
In a basement.
But in the basement, there's different rooms in there, so what's coming out is that each room is going to have its own feel, different genres of music.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
I don't know. You know, I have a hard time just moving past casinos having basements and then a nice, like a club, because Drai's is a nice club, that it's going to be in a casino basement. So we'll see.
It's Vegas.
We'll see. Or maybe we won't see. We really don't hang out at clubs, but maybe we'll see.
Club thing, but I mean, I think it makes sense because the Drai's rooftop experience is very different than the Vanderpump brand.
Oh, for sure.
So, I mean, we could see that coming. It was just a matter of when it would be announced.
Yep. Yeah. So, all right. Well, goodbye, Drai's. Or I mean, I guess not goodbye.
See you downstairs?
Yeah.
I don't know. Be right down there? I don't know. Be right down?
Yeah. Well, the next one is a goodbye. And I'm sad about this one, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm sad about it. Carlos and Charlie's put out a statement. You saw it on social media. I know we shared it on our social media. They did have a lease with the Flamingo through 2027. Unfortunately, the Flamingo is kind of scrapping that lease because in 2026, the Flamingo wants to use the space of Carlos and Charlie's and use that as more slot machines.
More slots. Yep.
So, I mean...
Well, it's financial. Yeah. They know that, I mean, the situation that the entire strip is in right now, they're all looking at how can we maximize our revenue.
Yeah.
Like, they're really trying to save their year. And they know that they will make more money off of the slots in that whole space, because it's a large space where Carlos and Charlie's is. They'll make more money there than they will with rent from Carlos and Charlie's.
But it makes me sad because I love Carlos and Charlie's. I mean, the food is whatever.
It's a far cry from authentic Mexican food.
Yeah, but it's fine. But it's the atmosphere of the place. It's a fun sports bar. Their outdoor patio is great. Their 2-for-1 happy hour is fantastic. I'm really going to miss it. We have spent a lot of time there over the years, and I'll be sad to see it go. And not only for our own, selfish reasons, but it literally is the only in-between restaurant that between the food court, I know they call it a food hall, but it's a food court. It has food court restaurants in it. And the high-end Gordon Ramsay steakhouse. Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. Makes me sad.
Yeah.
Just going to have to get those nachos in while we can, I guess.
So you have until late this year. That's what they said. There's not a date.
Yeah.
Just late 2025, because 2026 is when they're implementing the slots and all that stuff. At some point. They didn't say exactly when.
And from their statement, they were very hopeful that they could work with the Flamingo on this and remain a part of the Flamingo, but we'll see. Change is always...
That's Vegas.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you can bet on, and you will win every single time, is that there's going to be something new and something's going away in Vegas.
Yep. And next, moving into people who bet and won every single time, or at least the time that it counted. So let's get into those jackpots.
Let's start at the Cal. Somebody was playing the old-timey slots. What are old-timey slots? If you guys played slots for a long time, it's not Invaders from Planet Moolah. It's not
the bells and whistles.
Not the bells and whistles. It's not all of those machines. It's the old ones that tend to have like little monitors like that, like 3-4 in a bank like that.
Or you have to like match them across with the bar,
Some of them will say like must hit by $500 and that kind of stuff. Those are the old-timey ones. Somebody was playing down at the Cal betting $1 and they won $60,939. I did not know that those little old machines paid out that much.
Yeah, they do. People win on those all the time. They're supposed to actually pay out more than like the ones with all the bells and whistles.
Yes.
But I don't know, they're just not as much fun.
Well, guess who's going to start playing them? This guy.
Yeah.
Now that I know that they pay out, their percentage-wise, they pay out more than the moolahs and the pigs, the firecrackers, and all of those.
Yeah, those you just pay into.
Yeah. So I'm going to be on the lookout. Yeah. I'm on the lookout.
Yeah. And that's a great jackpot. And that's actually the lowest jackpot this week that we're sharing. Down at Fremont, Flora was playing Pai Gow and she won $96,426. So congratulations, Flora. That's an awesome Pai Gow win, huh?
I believe she got 5 aces.
Yeah.
She got 5 aces on that one, which is awesome.
Yes.
And you know she was playing the bonus.
Oh, you have to be playing the bonus to get that money.
Yeah. Now somebody down at Virgin by the name of Brandon, who's from Hawaii also, he won $179,796.66. You got to round, because that rounds up to $1.
Yeah.
And that's, you could bet 40 cents out of that 66 cents. So
exactly,
that counts.
Yeah.
Played Lightning Buffalo Links Super Grand Jackpot. I've never seen that one. It's another buffalo variation, and we've been talking about
There's so many
buffaloes. There's so much buffaloes. Lightning Buffalo Links Super Grand Jackpot. Write that down if you want to look for it next time you're in town. Congratulations on that one.
Yeah, that's nice. And then last but definitely not least, over at Red Rock, on a $25 spin in the high limit room, a local from Vegas won $1,016,561.42.
You got to count. That's a spin on a buffalo machine.
Yeah, it is. That is. So some really nice big wins this week. I love it.
And that player remained anonymous.
Yes, as I would if I was. So anyway,
there would be signs if I won. I may not announce it. There will be subtle signs. There will be subtle signs. You'll know. If you guys didn't know, we stay on the Strip pretty much about 2 nights per week throughout the year.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes, like we've got a trip for 4 nights coming up.
Yep.
Over the last month, actually the last 3 weeks in a row, we've stayed 2 nights every single week. And our most recent stay was at Planet Hollywood. Yeah,
it was my birthday, so I wanted to have a little staycation, and we were like, let's do a luck of a draw room again for the 3rd time. Even though they're kind of not the most exciting with Paris and with Horseshoe, but we tried again. And
like we tell you guys, keep trying when you gamble. You got to keep trying.
And we've stayed in some. I know that Planet Hollywood has some amazing suites. We've stayed in some really nice rooms there. Even like their basic room is fine. Yep. But this one, we had no idea existed. We refer to it as the Bruce Willis Suite because there were pictures of Bruce Willis around the room.
At the bathtub.
Yeah, it was interesting. And then they had a table with Sylvester Stallone's boots from...
Alleged.
Yeah.
I mean, is he looking for those boots right now?
Yeah.
I mean, does he know those boots are in that room at Planet Hollywood?
And they weren't that big. I thought that, they would be bigger.
I don't know.
But it was such a weird room. This is clearly like the room, like how they used to be before they renovated.
100%.
But it was just crazy because we were on the 51st floor, amazing view, probably one of the best views that we've had ever, and staying on the Strip.
I thought we were going to get a penthouse suite because when we exited the elevator, the floor,
everything looked different.
well, it said PH2 on the elevator bank. So we were on penthouse level 2.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, we got a penthouse.
We did not. We had a basic room with Bruce Willis stuff in it.
And Sylvester Stallone's dirty old boots.
But it was cool. It was fun. We had a great time. Of course, we love staying at Planet Hollywood. The casino was not as busy as it was the previous week because that's the 10 times 2 credit multiplier was over, but it was still fairly busy.
It was Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
So there was still plenty of people there for the long weekend.
Especially we checked in on a Sunday. So on Sunday it was really busy walking through the Miracle Mile shops to get into the casino and the casino itself. But then of course quieter as the week went on. Yeah. As people ended their long weekends. A lot of fun. We did run into people, and we actually, people are saying that people from Canada are not traveling to Vegas.
We ran into Canadians.
Yes.
Plenty Canadians.
Yes. Yep. We ran into Waldo, right, playing in the casino at Planet Hollywood.
And his social media is Where's Waldo?
I love it.
I can't believe that hasn't been taken.
I know. That's awesome.
I mean, did you take that back in 1995?
Yes.
He had to be the first one on that.
Yes. So clever. Hope you had a great trip, Waldo. And then we ran into Terry and Tracy, who were from Canada as well. They're from Ontario. We were playing Buffaloes by us. So hope you guys won big and had a great trip as well.
And if you guys see us, please say hello. The later it is in the evening, though, we might have a couple cocktails. So just expect that.
Guarantee, not might. Guarantee.
100%.
We're in Vegas. We're in Vegas.
But thank you so much for saying hello. And if you guys see us, please say hello. We love to meet you guys. And thank you and show our appreciation in person. And of course, we love to take pictures with you guys as well.
And I know we got to talk about food. Of course, we went to Earl of Sandwich because...
But this time we split one.
Yes. We just needed a snack. But it's there. It's delicious.
It's a great deal.
Seems somewhat healthy.
It's never overcrowded.
Yeah.
It's fast but fresh. You can see them making the sandwiches for you. The service is always fantastic. I think the price point is right on target with the quality and the experience there.
Yeah. And we weren't really feeling like walking all over the strip because we've been doing that so much. So it was nice to be there. We did venture over to Cosmopolitan since it's, right across the bridge from Planet Hollywood, because we were like, well, we haven't been over to Cosmopolitan. And it's such a beautiful property. You just have to appreciate the chandelier. It never gets old. It never gets old seeing it. It's just so pretty. We always have to take a picture. It's just one of those things that even when people visit, we have to bring them to so they can see it.
And they always want to see. They're always like, wow, this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it is.
It is. We did notice there's a new restaurant opened, Amaya. I think I'm saying that correct. Amaya.
That's where Holstein's was.
Yes. And Holstein's moved down to the Arts District.
Right.
So this opened up. It's kind of a funky looking restaurant.
Yeah, it does. It fits that food hall area, Block 16 area.
Yeah.
The curb appeal, if you will, is right in line with what's going on around it.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out sometime. But we were on a mission. We were like, we're going to go to Block 16, get our usual stuff. And then we saw that Naughty Patty's was open, which is a burger joint. So we went there instead and tried Naughty Patty's, which it was good. I think it was good. I think, I got a grilled cheese, which was kind of a basic thing, but it sounded good at the time. Yeah. But the burger was good.
It was. I mean, just being honest, I think it was overpriced for what we got.
Yes, but it's also at Cosmopolitan, and everything in
when
Block
you take
16
everything into
is
account,
more expensive.
Yes. But you got a grilled cheese sandwich that was $16.
Yes, and it was $7.
I mean, that was just,
Yeah.
That's what it is.
If we were to eat there again, I would get a burger. So if you're looking at checking it out, it's Naughty Patty's. They're known for their patties. So
and the fries.
Yes.
Those fries.
The fries were delicious.
100% get the fries if you get nothing else. Get an order of those fries. Yeah, they were fantastic.
Yeah, they were really good. But that's kind of the only place that we really ventured out to on the strip outside of Planet Hollywood. But we did take a little lift ride down to the Arts District. We always talk about this. Sebastian says it like, I hear it all the time in our shorts on social media. Get off the strip. Get off the strip.
We practice what we preach.
Yes, and we love the Arts District. And now that the weather is a little bit more comfortable, because the Arts District is so walkable and they have outside patios, we took advantage of that and we started at Able Baker, had some beers there, and ate at Arts District Kitchen, which is inside of Able Baker.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite places to go down there. So we seem to always start at the Arts District.
Yes.
At Able Baker, which is actually kind of the beginning of the Arts District if you're coming from the Strip. And so it's like the closest to the Strat. And then you can kind of walk your way down. So that's, again, why we like going there too. But we were heading to Huddle because we love Huddle as well. And we noticed that Bad Beat Brewing opened up there.
So of course we had to pop in. And it's beautiful. It's
is.
a really cool spot in there.
It's so nice.
And
it's like shockingly nice.
Yeah, they've got darts back there. They've got like 4 dartboards back there. A really big space. And a lot of plants.
Yeah.
There's a lot of green in there.
Yes.
I think because we live in the desert, when you go inside somewhere and there's so much greenery, it's just like, whoa, where am I?
Yeah, and you love Bad Beat beer.
Yes.
So
I'm a big
I know you were excited about that. But we did make our way over to Huddle and had a beer over there and before we called it a night. And what we love about Huddle, we had so much fun. They have all these games that you can play. So we played like tic-tac-toe and Connect 4, Jenga. I mean, I wanted all of them.
She cheated on all of them.
I wanted all of them.
All of them she cheated at. Every single one, every time.
I used to play Jenga and Connect 4 for a living back when I was a therapist.
I think you were taking advantage of my state at that time.
I think I was right there with you.
Because I had a few beers and then suddenly I can't play tic-tac-toe to save my life.
I don't know. Either you were letting me win because it was my birthday or...
Yes, 100%.
Or I'm just that good. I think
we'll never
I'm that
know.
good.
The mystery, it's a mystery.
But if you're looking for something different to do and you love beer, head down to the Arts District. It's just so many different breweries. You can have a beer at every one and you're walking.
Well, and there's antique shops down there. There's retail. I love
great restaurants.
I love that there are no chains down there.
No.
It's all local businesses, small businesses. And so, people talk about Vegas is so expensive. That's like 5 minutes from Center Strip. I mean, it's not walking, of course, but a quick Lyft ride, 5 to 6 minutes, depending on where you're going, and you're in the Arts District. And it's easily half of what stuff costs on the Strip.
And it's so much better.
So much better value because they're local small businesses. The service is there because you'll have the owners and managers working in these places also. It's a whole different Vegas vacation or day in Vegas when you go down there.
Yes. All right, guys, this is what you can expect this week in Vegas when it comes to the weather. We are kind of upper 80s to upper 90s and everything in between this week, but it is starting to cool off where you can actually feel it cooling off at night, and it's going to be in like more of the lower 70s and even dipping into the upper 60s. So I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Being outside though.
I don't know if I'm ready for 60s.
It's upper 60s though.
Yeah, okay.
It's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat.
So last week's podcast, we talked about how August is typically a slower month for everything in Vegas because really the heat.
Yeah.
It's just so hot. You just don't have a lot going on in the month of August. And you have to compete with all the pool parties, day parties, night parties. So there's just not a lot going on for so many reasons. But September, we told you guys, September is going to be popping. And that's every year.
Yeah.
September is crazy busy in Vegas. Let's start with some events. The Eagles coming back to the Sphere the 12th and the 13th.
And then Janet Jackson back at Resorts World Las Vegas on the 10th, 13th, and the 14th.
Barry Manilow, he doesn't even have to work. He can literally work whenever he wants. He's got a lifetime contract with the Westgate. And he's going to be there the 11th, 12th, and 13th.
And then Ricky Martin is going to be at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace on the 12th and the 13th.
The opposite of Ricky Martin, Motley Crue is going to be at Dolby Live at Park MGM, and that's going to be on the 12th and 13th.
Yes, they're kicking off their residency for this whole month, so they're going to be here, I think, like every weekend throughout the month of September. So, maybe I'll run into my buddy Vince again. Fun story. We were in a club that...
It was his place.
It was his place. Him and Robin Leach, who were friends and business partners, were hanging out in this club that they had started that was in the upstairs at Planet Hollywood. It's no longer there.
Nothing's replaced it.
No, but I was very excited to see him there. I was a big hair band person. I loved Motley Crue in high school, and so I worked up the courage to ask to take a picture with him, and he stood up and he, eyeballed me and was willing.
100% did. He was like, all right, I'll take a picture with you.
So he took a picture with me, and then as my friend Tim was ready to take the picture, this guy and my friend Lori just swooped right in.
He didn't, there was no swooping.
You swooped right in.
We stepped into the picture.
Yes, and he was a little surprised. So, cropped you guys out anyway. But anyways, that could be a fun show.
Could be, yeah.
I don't know if they're still performing at the level they were back then, but
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
They've been around for a really long time.
Yeah.
September is Hispanic Heritage Month. So in the month of September, there are a lot of Hispanic bands coming through. Let's start with Corinne Leon. That's going to be over at MGM Grand Garden Arena, and that's going to be on the 12th.
And then the Struts are going to be over at Durango Casino and Resort on the 12th.
Banda MS at Michelob Ultra Arena at Mandalay Bay on the 12th. And Michelob Ultra is attached to Mandalay Bay, so you can just get dropped off or go to Mandalay Bay and walk through there. You don't have to go to Michelob Ultra directly.
Yes. It is quite a walk, though.
Yeah, but at least you're inside. It's in the AC.
Yeah. Grupo Duelo is going to be over at Planet Hollywood on the 12th.
And then we've got Matute over at the Venetian on the 12th and 13th.
And then Pitbull over at the Fontainebleau again on the 12th and the 13th. That was such a fun show when we saw him at Planet Hollywood. Oh, we had so much fun.
That was one of the best shows that we've been to in Vegas. Was
so
Pitbull.
Entertaining. So entertaining.
Yeah. And then we've got Cello over at Planet Hollywood on the 13th.
And then we have Alejandro Fernandez at MGM Grand Garden Arena on the 13th and also on the 15th.
And then Edith Marquez over at Virgin Hotels, and that's going to be on the 14th.
And then we have Palomazo Norteño over at MGM Grand Garden Arena on the 14th.
And Alfred Robles over at the Venetian on the 12th.
And then Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias is going to be over at the Cosmopolitan on the 12th and the 13th. He's here a lot throughout the year.
Yeah, he always comes through.
Yeah.
This one I'm really excited about and going to see if we can make this work. This is Felipe Esparza. I've seen him all over TikTok, and he's absolutely hilarious.
Yes, we've watched a couple of his stand-ups on Netflix, too.
He is hilarious. He's going to be at the MGM Grand on the 12th and 13th.
And then Teo Gonzalez and Mario Aguilar are going to be at the Venetian on the 13th.
And then, of course, we've got Big Fight coming up. That's also going to be available on Netflix. It's going to be here in Vegas, but it's going to be on Netflix as well. And that's Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Crawford, and that's going to be at Allegiant Stadium on the 13th.
Okay, so that is going to be
it's a big fight.
Busy area on the 13th with things happening at Michelob Ultra Arena in that area, and happening at MGM Grand Garden Arena,
Park MGM.
Yeah. Yes, it's going to be busy in that part of the strip. So if you're attending any of these events, just pack your patience because know it's going to be busy, and rideshare will probably have surge pricing and longer wait times. And
because that's in addition to, like, you still have Carrot Top at Luxor, you still have Mad Apple at New York.
Yeah, all of the regular Vegas shows are still going on.
So it's just going to be
totally worth checking out. But yeah, it's going to be busy on that end.
Yeah.
So the quieter end of the strip will be Center Strip and towards the Venetian.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it for this week in Vegas. Thank you so much for tuning in to our podcast. And if you could, please give this video a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We bring you Vegas. That's what we do. So if you love Vegas, you'll love our channel. So go ahead and subscribe.
And you made it all the way to the end. Why haven't you subscribed yet? That's all we do is bring you Vegas. Thanks so much for watching,
Ninth
guys.
Island
We'll see you next
Connection
time.
highlights Las Vegas businesses, entertainment, events, and activities on and off the Strip, keeping our viewers connected with the Ninth Island of Las Vegas. From local mom and pop restaurants to those owned and operated by top chefs. From kitchen action to the inspiration behind the dishes, we deliver the culinary creations of Vegas. From Las Vegas entertainers and athletes to all of the exciting activities and experiences around the Vegas Valley, we keep our viewers connected with all of the excitement that the entertainment capital of the world has to offer. Of course, we can't forget about the casinos that make Vegas, Vegas, with exclusive tours of the incredible amenities and beautiful accommodations, getting right in the heart of the casino floor action and entertainment, as well as interviews with casino owners, CEOs, GMs, and executive chefs. We bring the Las Vegas Casino into our viewers' homes. Highlighting lesser-known areas like the Fremont East District, the Arts District, and Brewery Row, we bring attention to these small businesses that have become fast favorites in the local community. We bring our viewers a complete Vegas experience. We also invite our viewers along as we venture into the great outdoors of the Las Vegas Valley, sharing short road trips, hikes, and the unique sights found in the Mojave Desert. Great people, great stories, great connections, only on Ninth Island Connection.